Here we have a pre-owned 2020 Toyota Camry Hybrid. Now this one comes in the XLE trim level in ruby flare pearl. We have a continuously variable transmission, black leather interior, and then the engine is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated hybrid setup. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. And I love the front fascia of these. They just look so nice, so stylish, just a really nice look on the car. As we come around to these wheels, these are going to be 18-inch alloy, and I like the design there, just a really good looking wheel for this kind of car. Passive keyless entry on the front doors. Door panel here, we get one-touch up and down windows, all 4 doors. Rear window lockout is there, power door lock controls, power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors on this one, bottle holders, and then we have the hood release, auto high beams, traction control, trunk release, gas cap release there. But here's our power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that third link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. Now, having the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, here's my space in the back. Very good. Seat back pockets are on both sides. AC vents are here. There's a look at the front. And then this middle seat folds down pretty easily. And then we have LED reading lights throughout. Grab handles here. You can hang a shirt or pair of pants there if you need to. Now we do have side rear airbags here, which is nice. And then your child locks, lock, unlock there. And there's the gas cap. It's a little filthy in there. Now to the back, there's the cargo space. If you need to pull to release the back seat, you just do that there, and then you can fold those, and I'll show you how that works here in a minute. And then underneath this mat, you have a jack and a spare tire. So it's pretty neat because most hybrids, because of the battery setup, you don't have a spare tire. You usually have an inflator kit, but this one does have a spare tire. Now you can either release the trunk back here, or you have the key fob as well as the button inside the car. But there's a look at the back end. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, just grab the seat, because I didn't hit it good enough. I knew that would happen. Now it's one thing I like about pretty much everyone going to the levers on the seats, because these things just, you never know if they want to work or not. So there's that there, and the seat will fold flat if you want to run longer objects through to the front. Top tethers for the car seats are behind the seats themselves, and your lower anchors are usually behind covers, but the covers have been taken off, so I'm sure whoever had this car was using car seats back here quite a bit. Front passenger seats power there. And then we have a lockable glove compartment with the owner's manual still in this one. I like that trim there quite a lot. And as we come back around to the front, quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder hybrid engine there. Then before we hop in the driver's seat, I'm just going to show off the blinkers. So I like, even though it's a 2020, we have LEDs throughout. And in the side mirrors is crazy for a Camry. Nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Perfect horn sound in my opinion. Now over here to the radio, we do get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, CD drive, and then you also have wired CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. I think it was the first year it was across the board. Then we have the hybrid setup here where you can see the battery, electric motor, the engine, what's driving what, when the regen's working to recharge the battery and all of that. And then you have your different apps here within the menu. So I'll just give you a quick run through of that. And then that's how you hook up the CarPlay, Android Auto, and then go to the setup here. And this is where you can go through your general settings, change your units of measurement there if you want to. And then your language right there, and a few other settings too. Dual zone automatic climate controls are there. Heated mirrors and the rear defrosters here. You have the S-Flow if you want to cut off the vents in the back, you can do that. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And you can change the guidelines as well if you want to do that. Hazards right there before I forget. And then down here, USB-A and a 12 volt. And then you even have a wireless charging pad back here. And then you can power that on or off. I believe there's a way to get it up here, maybe not. But yeah, there it is, right back in there. Little storage tray here, bottle holders, and then for the shifter, grab the lever, reverse neutral drive, come over here, and then you get those sports shifts if you want to use that. They're like simulated shifts with the CVT. Now over here, drive modes, eco, normal, sport. You have your automatic brake hold here, and then your EV mode that you can toggle right there. Your electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. 3-stage heated seats for the front. And then your center console cubby space. Right in here, you have 2 USB-A ports for charging right there. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Sunglasses holder. There are the reading lights. Garage door transmitter. There's the vanity mirror. And back up front here, left side stock blinkers, low beams, high beams, and then you have your intermittent wipers. One time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and then pull up here for the fluid. Left side of the steering wheel, voice recognition, volume, Bluetooth, and these 4 arrows and this back button go through this digital part of the gauge cluster. You have different options there. You can see the tire pressure monitors, full with the blind spot monitors, all of that there. And then you can even go in here and change other options as well. Right side, this mode button goes to your audio sources. You can use these arrows to go through your track list or radio station presets. Lane keeping system is there. The gap adjust for the adaptive or radar cruise control is here. And then you can toggle the radar cruise there, set your speed, and cancel there. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2020 Toyota Camry Hybrid XLE out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive here, I just want to show off the EV mode here in the parking lot. Doing a little over 10 miles per hour, and it's still holding its own without the gasoline engine cutting on. So now we're out on the main road, and it really got to about 20 miles an hour in that EV mode till it finally deactivated, and the acceleration was just fantastic. Now that's one of the pluses when you have an electric motor as well as a gas-powered engine. You're getting that nice feel of pull acceleration through 2 different sources, if that makes sense. And again, you can see we're in the electric mode until I get above 20 miles an hour, give it a little throttle, and then the gas engine cuts back on, and the transition is just seamless. And the Camry Hybrid setup has been around for so long that it's really, I mean, they've had so much time to really perfect this, and you get such a fantastic drivetrain here, in my opinion. Now we're gonna do this from a stop because I can. Here we go. And that's eco mode. Let's put it in sport. Yeah, that is fantastic. Now I want to give one more huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that third link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. But this car is just, for the money, you just can't beat it. Ride quality is stellar. The sound acoustics in here are fantastic. Road noise is minimal. And the powertrain itself is so quiet because you have a hybrid setup here, and this 2.5, it never has that really tough, whiny, loud sound to it as you floor it. But it's just so quick. Now I'm gonna get this thing up to speed. I'm trying to get it to, I guess the highest it'll go in the EV mode, because I thought that was just 20, but I got up to about 30 miles per hour right there. And in terms of what you get for this one being right at $24,000, 51,000 miles, I said it was 57 or something earlier, so that was my mistake. 51,777 miles on this car, $24,000 price point. It's just, in 2026, you can't beat it. This thing still feels like it holds its own against other hybrids in 2026, other new hybrids. The overall driving is fantastic. The technology is great, even with the dated infotainment system before Toyota caught up with its newer redesigns, where basically all the Camrys are hybrids. But I mean, it's just a phenomenal machine for the money. When you think about the practicality of it, the usability of it, it's one of those that just can't be beat. And that's why these are still holding their value like they are, because Toyota hybrids are just, you don't hear problems out of them. Now I will say, the brakes, if you don't completely redo those after 300, 400,000 miles, they'll come to bite you in the butt, and sometimes sooner than that. But I mean, these are just really simple cars to keep on the road. They don't start to go bad really soon, like as soon as you drive them off the lot, and then you just drive them for 300,000 miles and every light is on or whatever. You just have to maintain these, take care of them, and they'll go for as long as they can. And that's one of the reasons I love these in general. But this 2020 and this XLE hybrid setup is fantastic for this price point, I think. It really does check every box. You have garage door transmitter, you have dual zone climate controls, the different drive modes you can go through. The list goes on, and that's not even including the radar cruise control. It's just it's a phenomenal car for the money, again. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2020 Toyota Camry Hybrid XLE.